just sit more like this, and then look at that, perfectly even.
I'm just gonna scooch.
Just sit up.
Well, you're crowding the plate too.
No, I'm not.
R2.
You gonna hit me with a pitch? Bean me?
It was better before.
One more.
That's all I'm willing to do. But see, now, you need to scooch over that way.
I only have so much room.
Well, here, I'll switch with you then. There we go. There we go.
Is that better?
There we go.
Good. Now I can take this up and downy thing in the nuts.
Well, just raise the table thing.
Yeah, we'd be like this.
I mean, yeah.
But then our music show again.
Yeah,
pants on. It's officially pants weather here in the 303.
That's right.
720.
That's right. We're almost ready. Is it? Yeah, we have one half of them. There we go. Hey, everybody. It's Matt, and we're at Texas Toast Guitars. Thanks for tuning in. So there are lots of people hanging out today. Dave and Jay and Doc and Dylan and Big Jim and Terry. And I saw Tim all the way from down under, and Paul and Rick B. And there's probably some other people too who I haven't gotten to, but yeah, I don't know if Dan Andradis is here. So guys, this is a community, right? And this is a community, and a friend of ours lost somebody this weekend, and so Dan, I'm sorry to hear that, my friend. I didn't really get to talk to you too much about that, but I know that's was something that's been going on for a while. So guys, give Dan some love. He's a good guy, and he deserves that. So yeah. What's going on?
I forgot to turn the CNC machine off, so I wanted to do that because I will forget.
And
I don't think it's necessarily bad for it.
No, probably
not. But, hey.
So while we are talking about guitars today, I wanted to bring up the subject of the Great American Guitar Buildoff. And this year the rule is simple. It has to be a telly. Now, a lot of people are going to ask, here's what's going to happen. Someone's going to say, what about this flying V with a telly front end and a telly pick guard? And you've seen the pictures of it. Does that count? And I'm going to leave that up to you. If you think that counts, then okay. If you think you can read the mind of the judging panel and they're going to say it's okay, then okay. I'm not going to say it's okay or not okay.
Yeah. I think something that a lot of people don't realize about the actual judging is in the past, I think there's been 8 categories that you judge the guitar on. And, from 0 to 10.
Now, wait, before you say this, I think you're going to say something that hasn't actually been a rule yet.
No.
Okay.
What I mean is not, you don't just look at the guitars and play the guitars and go, that's my favorite.
Oh, okay.
There's criteria.
That's right.
And so, and even with the current criteria that we've judged on them for the last 3 years or 4 years. Those guitars may or may not do well with the judges.
Yeah. Now, Chris is right.
It doesn't have anything to do with, is it a telly, is it not?
Yeah.
But
there's talk of a rule that, is it a telly or is it not?
And
I don't know how to quantify that, but I did come up with...
And you might get a different answer from every judge.
Yeah, that's right. I did come up with a rule sheet, though, many years ago, and it's like a grade on a scale of 1 to 10, things like, design, inspiration, production quality, woodworking, paintwork.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things that,
cool factor.
Yeah. X Factor is
The X Factor is
definitely one. So
yeah.
You're right. It's not like just a guitar and some guy who may or may not be qualified to judge it comes up and says, I like that one the best.
Because
And
it's red.
Yeah, because I like red.
I like red.
Sammy Hagar isn't going to be a judge this year. So
that
I know.
Like the red one.
But I wanted to talk about today's topic because I'm actually building a couple of tellies right now, and they each have different headstocks, which is kind of a way to tell me how long you've been building guitars without telling me how long you've been building guitars. But before we talk about it too much, Jay Valenti sent us a super chat. It says, thanks for 2 kick-ass guitars, Matt and Chris. Wife knows about both, so now I just got to figure out how to smuggle the HST in the house. Mike says he got the Hustler and he loves it. Hold, what?
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, we could send it in a gun case.
Yeah. Mike says he got the Hustler and he loves it. The Enduros sound fantastic. Let's circle back around to Jay.
I was hoping that he would chime in today.
Yeah. So let's circle back around to Jay. Jay, the stuff that we sent you went out UPS
today.
So you'll be getting it here in just a little bit.
Probably Monday.
Okay. And I'm really, really glad that you like your guitars. Jay seems to have like the worst luck with shipping boxes. Not what's inside the box, but the box is
just inside's fine.
Did I show you the picture of the box? It had like a hole in it, like a forklift went through the box or something.
Yeah. And that was a brand new box.
We never, ever, ever, you guys are going to go, really? We never ship a guitar in a used box.
No, not a new guitar, not a
used guitar.
Yeah.
If we get a guitar,
Texas Toast does not use used boxes.
No, unless somebody sends us a box, and say ship this and this. I'm thinking of like for the Great Guitar Buildoff when people send us guitars, they don't send us another box to put around.
We just reuse the box unless it's completely destroyed.
But our guitars never go to a customer in anything but a brand new box.
And they're pretty hardy boxes.
They are.
And we do a good job taping them up so that they're rigid.
Yeah.
And packing them so that they're rigid. And it's pretty funny what can happen to a box. And you see it and you're like, it looks like
it has been through a hurricane. No matter where it goes, the best that happens is it looks like it's a used, beat up box.
It looks mostly like a box.
The worst that happens is a big hole gets poked in it, like what happened to Jay's. And I fortunately his Challenger Level 4, which is a really expensive handmade guitar, was in one of those Gator cases, and it was good to go, brand new, not a scratch on it.
Yep. Yeah. And we know it's not our UPS guy because usually it's you and me take the box out to the UPS guy and hand it to him, and then you watch him put it carefully in the truck. No, now it could be him, although I don't think he empties his own truck, so it could happen then. But I don't think it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Jay got his guitars. They arrived safely, even though they didn't give the illusion of looking like they arrived safely. But now,
it's a little bit of a scary moment too. Like, oh yeah, they're here. I really want to see. And then all of a sudden, all you're thinking about is, well, I sure hope they're not damaged.
Yeah, I hope that
so
the neck
pull it
is
out and broken look for dents.
Yeah.
That's all you do.
Yeah.
Scan for dents, and then you go, oh, it looks pretty good. And then you can go, oh, this is cool. Okay.
Yeah. Then
but there's a little bit of a panic moment there. Instead of opening the bag and going, ooh, cool, you automatically look for damage.
You're looking for. I never thought about it like that, but you're right. You start inspecting for stuff that got damaged in shipping. Yeah. Mike got the very first Hustler to ever get sold and shipped out. Mike, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for letting me keep that as long as you let me keep that. We haven't officially launched the Hustlers yet, And I wanted some people to see that one because that one and the pink one are kind of where we've landed on for the Hustler. We had some other ones that I made at the same,
there's a bunch of neat ones, but we kind of wanted to have them all. That one wasn't even necessarily closest to being done when Mike bought it. But it was the first one. It was the first one done.
Yeah.
But it didn't have pickups because he spec'd those. And we finished it. But then there were some delays on the other ones. But we wanted to have them all so we could take pictures and all of that.
Yeah.
Because that one's pretty unique and pretty cool and a favorite of a lot of people.
It is my understanding that Joy has some pictures of that one and another one. I think, or maybe she has some pictures. I'm not sure which ones she has pictures of, but with a Joy actually imported a model to have pictures taken with those guitars. So I can't remember exactly what guitars got modeled, but yeah. But
from a far away
classy pictures that that Joy took. So
pictures where you're not quite sure why you like the guitar so much.
Yes, but you really like it. Yeah. So anyway, I'm looking for guys. If you have, I fully support and endorse you guys chatting amongst yourselves in the comment section. If you've got questions for us, please super chat or put a bunch of asterisks, ampersands, something like that. Tazzy Tim says ad free for me. I've been forgetting to make these ad free, but thank you for the super chat, Tim. So anyway, Chris, I've been working on some telly things. Now, these are both for Chris's Essential Fender Workshop in October, coming up.
October 6th.
And I was working on them. I wanted to show you guys what I've been doing. And it occurred to me, one way that I can tell you how long I've been building guitars, and I want to tell you guys a story, is to say without saying, I'll just tell you the story. So I made a video, let's say 6 months or a year or 2 years ago, whatever it was. And I believe the title was, I love everything about Gibson guitars except the neck joint, or something like that. And every so often I'll get somebody who
used to be a lot faster.
The older you get, the faster you were. Every so often I'll get somebody comment on an old video. That's cool. And I read all the comments, but I don't comment on every single comment, especially on an old video like that.
Digging up bones.
Yeah. So the comment, I don't even remember what was in the video. Hey, Dave, thank you, sir, for the super chat. It says beer fund. Thank you, Dave. Anyway, so this guy said his comment was, or his question was, how long have you been making guitars? And I'm like, I don't.
Did he have another question? Didn't he say something else?
That was it. Now, I did comment on this, and I'm like, well, what are you asking? Or what are you inferring? It might just be that he was like watching that video and he'd been wanting to ask, hey, how long have you been doing this?
And you were so masterful. It was like, wow, I wonder how long it took to get this much education.
Maybe. Or it might have been, I disagree with you. You haven't been making guitars as long as Gibson. I don't know.
Yeah, you haven't been making guitars long enough.
But and I have no idea what he meant. Or he might be, like I said, he might have just been, sometimes questions get asked and they have nothing to do with the video. So I said, what are you inferring? Which I probably shouldn't have said. I probably should have said nothing. Or I probably should have said, gosh, that's an odd question. What is that really the question you want to know? Like, what does that have to do with this video? Or are you just wondering? And one thing I don't like to do is try to talk about my bona fides in anything. If I leave a comment on someone's, if I left a Yelp review for Flipside Music, the great American guitar store, I would just say, this store is great. These dudes are cool. Ike is a fun guy, and they have a lot of neat stuff.
So if you were going to give your bona fides, what would that?
Here's what I would not do. I've been shopping guitars since I don't do that.
Yeah.
You know what
As
I mean?
a professional guitar builder
Yeah.
and guitar player.
Yeah, I don't do
for
that.
the last 787 years. Yeah.
So
I
anyway,
can tell you a thing or two about buying guitars.
so anyhow, so I said, what are you inferring? And he said, every piece of wood is different. For all I know, I'm talking to a robot. I have no clue. Hey, there's been some super chats. Let's take some super chats. John Own 20 can't play sends us a super chat and says, any word on the custom paint job? No, I talked with the guy from Sims. He said he was going to get back to me, and he never did. I will call him back again and see if I can get a hold of him. As I recall, you talked with him. That's the one that we sent to Sims Paint. Mm-hmm. Because he, yeah, and I don't know what, I don't know, that guitar's been out for a long time.
It's been out for so long. It was like, it wasn't really a rush, but it was, oh, let's get this thing,
Yep.
All the stuff that we're going to do to it so we can get it out to Sims, so we can get it back to us, so we can get it to,
yeah. And it was
that was quite a while ago. And then all sorts of stuff sort of happens. And frankly, I'd forgotten about it for quite a while. And then all of a sudden one day I was like, whatever happened to that guitar?
Yeah.
And I asked you and you're like, I don't know.
We are still waiting to get it back from Sims. Apparently it's got this like rad paint job that he's going to do on it. Totally cool. He's going to put all the clear on it. He's going to buff it. He's going to send it back ready to assemble.
Good.
I've paid for it. I paid the shipping there. I paid the return shipping. And I want to say that, what do you remember the guy's name? It's not Ron Sims, Jeff Sims or
I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
I don't.
Completely out of the loop. I didn't think it would take this long.
And and stuff does take time. I get it.
It can. And I'm not going to talk bad about the guy because I don't know what the deal is.
No.
But
ultimately, and honestly, I don't even really know Pat Sims. And Pat's work speaks for itself. He is a very talented guy. So I know that when we get it, it's going to look like $100 million.
Okay.
But I have not heard back from him. John, maybe you and I need to talk off the air, if you will. And we can figure something out.
Yeah.
And I in the meantime, I will contact Pat again. But the guitar got sent to him ready to go. Like everything was done and he's going to paint it, send it back to us. We'll put it together and there we go.
All I did was sealer coat. I didn't.
That you sealed it, and I believe you sanded it too.
I did sand it. Yeah.
Yep. So, it was all he had to.
Depending on if it met his criteria as to properly sanded sealer, which it should have, because I'm pretty picky about that stuff. So especially sending it to somebody else, right?
Yeah. You're not going to send it to.
Yeah. Well, that's good enough.
Yeah. Anyway, Mike Beckloff. So, John, let's talk more tomorrow about that. If you want, you can give me a call and we can kick that around and see where we are. Mike Beckloff sent us $20 and said more beer. There you go.
Here's looking up your old address.
Coors Light supports veterans. Okay. Dan Andreas says, thanks, Matt. Appreciate all you guys. Thank you, Dan. I'm glad that you're doing, I hope that you're doing well. And if you are, I'm very glad that you are, my friend. Okay. So anyway, I don't go on like stuff and spout my bona fides thinking that people will now all of a sudden respect me more or less or whatever.
So for a long time, I didn't even know what bona fides were.
I'm bona fide. He's a suitor. You ain't never seen that movie,
well,
have you?
I have, but I don't understand what that means in that context. It took me a while to understand.
Yep.
That you're giving them your credentials.
Yeah.
When you give them your bona fides.
Yeah.
As a guitar builder.
Yeah, or as I've been a welder for blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
So
I've
anyway,
been eating pizza.
Yeah.
Since.
Yeah. All right. So we got that out of the way. But it occurred to me as I'm making these guitars that tell me how long you've been building guitars without telling me how long you've been building guitars. Chris, I've been building guitars for so long that I have had easily a dozen different Fender style headstock designs of my own. Here's one of them right here. Now, this is for a telly that I am doing in conjunction with Chris's Essential Fender workshop. And this is a Limba body. It's actually black Limba. Okay. And this one has a maple neck. It's got, I've been building guitars so long, I have my own truss rod jig with my name on
after
it.
You, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a sweet truss rod.
So this will get
used on all of these.
This will get a fretboard, obviously, and then it will go on the guitar, and we'll be building that in October for yours. Then I've been working on this one. Will you hold that one up for our good friend Gary, who sent in some stuff? I'm trying to, can you scooch it forward so I can get, I kind of want to get this out of my way.
Oh, okay. Is that good?
No, but yeah, okay.
I think it's fantastic.
So anyway, Chris, now show off the neck. You can't because it's resting on the neck. See, yeah, this is a whole thing. Okay. Here's another one. Gary's been building guitars so long, he has his own Fender style headstock.
He sure does.
And here, can I see it there? So this one here is Gary's. It's kind of like it's a minimalist thing, but it has the ability to be hung on a regular guitar,
which the original one did
thing.
not.
It
hung, but it was precarious at best.
The original one was actually just a telly neck that I think had a big crack in it, and so we ground it down.
And we said, well, we'll make you another one. And Gary said,
I dig it.
I kind of like it.
Yeah.
Well,
so
okay, fellas.
Gary actually had Steve
not how he sounds.
at Maximum Guitar Works make a template.
Yeah,
which
so we sent a drawing
more or less
traced
used.
the one and sent it in yeah.
Dylan says he just shipped a bunch of cool stuff for Gary's guitar to TTG. Oh, neat. Okay.
Yeah.
So Gary's neck is a piece of quarter sawn maple, and this body, I don't know where he got it. Maybe this is a piece of tape on here, by the way. I didn't write on Gary's guitar with marker. See, it's a piece of tape. But I don't know where he got the wood from, but it looks pretty nice.
Yeah, it's a pretty swank piece of wood.
Yep. So we've got a couple of those going, and you got a piece of Limba for your guitar that you're going to do too.
It's all
Chris.
Limba all the time here at Texas Toast.
Well, except for when it's next, because you
wanted
wanted maple. So yeah, you got it from Stu Mac, and yours came from there too. This one came from Steve. Huh?
Did I get it yet?
No, but you're getting it.
Yeah.
I don't know what you did. I don't know what you do, buddy.
It would come UPS, and he didn't drop it off today, so maybe tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, it definitely won't be here tomorrow. As a matter of course, I am positive it will not be here tomorrow.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah,
I can wait.
I haven't clicked the pay yet, so yeah. So there's no possible way will it be here tomorrow.
No, let's first thing in the morning, click the button, and then call them and ask if it's shipped yet.
Yeah, good idea.
Everybody loves that.
Tazzy Tim. So anyway, these guitars would be eligible for the Great American Guitar Build-Off because even though the headstocks are unique, even though the headstocks are not like exact replicas of Fender headstocks, the body is identifiable as a Telecaster.
That's the funny part about this too, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yes. Well, it has to look like a Tele. Okay. Does that mean headstock?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. You don't want to get.
Yeah.
Okay. Tazzy Tim asks, do you use carbon fiber stiffening rods in the neck, or am I doing overkill? Well, Tim, I guess it really depends on how long your neck is. how thin your neck is, how stable how dense the wood is that you use to make the neck, what kind of adjustment your truss rod has. I don't think that it's overkill. I think it's neat. I don't think it's 100% necessary.
Right. Yeah, I think so. Here's a fun fact. I did fret jobs on 10 HSTs this week. All of the fingerboards were virtually dead flat.
Yeah.
I can't always say that.
Okay.
But for whatever reason, and it's weird because you would think, oh, well, maple, or mahogany. They've been using mahogany forever, right? Mahogany. Limba, I don't know, kind of light.
Yep.
Dead straight.
Limba makes a fine guitar neck.
Yeah, so
no two ways about it.
Weight and density and all that other stuff may or may not have a lot to do with it. So, or maybe I just got lucky. I don't know. But it was interesting. It's always interesting to see that stuff.
Maybe the guy who built the guitars is bona fide. All right. Let's see here. Hang on. Oh, so I turned that off. Well, I'll go turn it off now.
I did some magic. It's all good.
Okay. Dan says he's been building since people were locked down. Doc says, I've got only got one 6 inline and one 3x3 headstock design. A mere rookie. Paulo, I'm mispronouncing that. Paolo. Paolo says, guys, your works looks beautiful and the information and teaching on how to build guitars is fantastic. Thank you very much, sir. That is very nice. Gary says, that telly body looks a little bigger than usual. Must be me. It's definitely thicker. Here, see, look how thick it is. It's nearly 4 inches thick.
Yep. It's the new Telly Acoustic Sonic Coost. You're gonna like it.
Multi-Revelator asks a question. Does it matter if you can see that a body is 2-piece ash through the sunburst finish, or is that a no-no? That's a great question. I don't think it matters if it's a 4 or 5-piece body and you can see all the glue lines through the sunburst.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I think that 1-piece guitars are cool.
Why is that?
Because there's no gluing.
Because you don't have to glue the parts together.
There you go.
You get the wood and you go, oh, look. Cut it out and go.
I think that 2-piece bodies are cool. I think 3-piece bodies are
I think
cool.
all of that stuff is fine. I think paying attention to matching wood up is something that might be nice. But I don't think the be-all, end-all is a 1-piece guitar.
Yeah.
This gets into glue math.
Well, it could get into glue math if you're the kind of person who thinks that glue is
bad, seams are bad.
Yeah,
I don't actually think that's true.
I think that ideally a 1-piece or 2-piece, I think they're equally cool. Make the prettiest guitars. Unless you take a piece of ash and a piece of alder and glue them together and say, here's my guitar. Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
Or if you did, as long as the wood you used is the same wood, I think you're going to be A-okay.
There's something neat about a maple top that's a 2-piece top that's flamed and book matched and well done. That's a neat thing.
Yep.
Versus if that wood was, which almost never happens, the full width of the guitar might not be quite as visually striking. Might still be cool.
Yeah.
PRS does stuff like that and they look great, but for the most part, yeah.
So there's lots of talk here about Dylan says, I've been building pickups long enough for people to tell me I'm doing it wrong. Well, Dylan, as you know, that you only have to make videos. You only have to make one video at the most for someone to tell you you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, because there's only one way to do everything, right?
Yeah.
And if you're not doing it their way, wrong.
Yeah. That
So,
I've discovered though that if you just pay attention to the people who are cool, then and Dylan knows this as well as anybody. There's really, really nice people out on the internet saying really, really good things about Dylan's stuff. I don't know, but there might be some
Everything
bozos,
I know about pickup winding, I learned from Dylan. So if Dylan winds pickups wrong, I wind pickups wrong.
Yep.
But I think my pickups sound pretty good. Doc also, I think, learned everything. His pickups sound great.
Yep.
I think you're doing just fine.
Lefty says, doesn't matter how long you've been doing something. Somebody will always tell you you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Gary says, I have an all original 67 custom Esquire, immaculate, sunburst finish, etc. Original case. Make us a custom Esquire. Gary, I'm happy to make that guitar for you. Let's get an invoice going and we'll do one. We have built lots of telly shaped stuff, lots of Esquires and single pickup.
You love Esquires.
I do.
You love single pickup guitars and find the neck pickup on a telly to be somewhat
positively useless.
I was trying to be nice, and you just yeah.
Actually, that's not true. I do think that it's cool, but I don't ever use it.
You don't use the neck pickup on anything.
Hardly anything.
So,
yeah. Unless it's only got a neck pickup.
And then exclusively.
Yeah, and then I use it exclusively.
And badmouth people that don't.
Yeah. Lots of people are saying how they learned to wind from Dylan. Joey Dano guitars, the pickups I wound in Dylan's class when we built the Jaguar, the best pickups he's ever heard. That's cool, man. Dan says he's got two P90s, his first TTG build, and they're awesome. So I love Esquires, and I would be happy to build an Esquire. I actually want this guitar. This is the one I'm building to sell. I want this one to be an Esquire. Although I don't think that Esquires sell as well as regular tellies.
I think that's true.
I think they should, but I don't think they do.
Yeah. And it's funny because it's not like you're not putting in all the other stuff to make it so that you could, modify it into an Esquire, which isn't a big deal. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay.
So two pickups.
So Chris, tell me how long you've been building guitars without telling me how long you've been building guitars. I've been thinking about this longer than you have. So
okay, yeah, I just found out about this at 501.
Yeah, so I've been building guitars long enough to where one of my favorite things to do when I build a copy or like a clone of a guitar is to fix engineering issues that I think exist in that guitar. So, for example, anytime I build a guitar with a angled headstock, I always use I mostly use a different headstock angle than what came on that guitar originally. So as a matter of example, let's say I'm building a Les Paul. Let's say I'm building a complete, let's say I'm building a copy of a Les Paul. There will be some things that I copy and other things that I will not copy. One thing that I will not copy is a 14 or 17 degree headstock angle.
Okay.
I think that is positively unnecessary, absolutely absurd, and a poorly designed thing on that guitar. So I've been doing this long enough to where I know what happens when I change something integral to the instrument, and I believe it's better for it. Now, some people would go, well, how long you been doing this?
How long you been
and then if I say, whatever it is, then they'll say, well, that's not as long as Gibson's been doing it, and they made more Les Pauls than you. Well, Okay, I don't think I'm
cool.
in. Gibson is in no danger of me putting them out of business. Okay,
I think the answer should be not a time, but a number.
Okay, all right. I've been building guitars here.
Ask me how long. Hey, Chris.
Okay.
How long have you been building guitars?
All right, I'm gonna ask again. Hey, Chris,
Okay.
tell me how long you've been building guitars without telling me how long you've been building guitars.
I've built over 1,000 guitars.
Okay.
Does that
Yeah.
answer the question properly?
I think so.
Okay.
Still another way is I don't think you're doing that correctly. And then to that, I could say, well, take your opinion and that's your opinion.
That's
now,
not what your mother said
now
last
take
night.
my opinion and multiply that by 1,000 guitars or more. Mm-hmm. I could tell you in terms of years, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything.
I've been building guitars for 20 years. I've built 3 guitars a year.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You've just built 60 guitars.
Yeah. Or I would bet you that there are people I went to guitar building school with a long time ago who built guitars there and never built guitars ever again.
Probably.
I would bet you that there are lots of people who do that.
So
take my opinion and multiply it by several decades and several hundred guitars, and and then we'll talk.
You watch videos on YouTube, and there's lots of ways to do things. There's lots of ways to end up at the same result. Mm-hmm. And really the only time that you're doing it wrong is when you can guarantee they're not going to end up at that same result, right? Like, the car's on fire. Well, it's not going to make it to the Mecum auction, is it?
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Whatever it is. But yeah, if you've been doing it for a while and you've had good results and you like your process, and presenting that to other people, hopefully it makes them think about if they're watching it to actually learn something. Yeah. They've been doing it for a while. They might go, nah, I still like my way of doing it better. Or, that's cool. I might, what if I, slightly modified that in my way and came up with this other thing, and some of it's tool based and whatever. Hemisphere, in Australia, things I hear turn the other direction.
That's right.
But you're doing it wrong.
You're doing it wrong.
Okay.
Sean Emenheiser, who is a master finisher, and don't let anybody tell you any differently.
No.
Said, I learned to paint from my customers who saw a YouTube video and then told me how to do it. Yeah. So Sean didn't get a YouTube degree in how to paint guitars.
Yeah.
So
Sean's stuff is rad.
Yeah. Yeah. Gary says he's liking this conversation. Thank you, Gary. Dylan says he's made almost 20,000 pickups. They seem to work okay.
20,000?
Yeah. So if you wound, you know how many pickups I've made?
2.
4. 4 coils.
4 coils, 2 humbuckers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Pickups are fun.
It's one of those things that I have not really done very much of.
Yeah.
And let's take a quick chat from Dylan. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Dylan says, sometimes the process is the art and the fun, even if there may be better or more efficient way. Maybe a guy or gal just enjoys the way they do it. Yeah, I think that's totally cool.
I think so. Yeah. There's and different levels of process. I'm going to go through this as fast as I can, and hopefully it turns out good, or I'm going to do the process, but I'm going to stop and pay attention and all of that kind of stuff too. So, yeah. And I think Dylan knows this, and we know this. As soon as you start making more than one of anything, then, I don't have 2 weeks to rethink, how am I going to do this or that, or I'm going to sleep on it, or I'm going to do this or that, so you have to come up with processes that work for you, and then implement those processes and maybe refine those processes.
Tools that you have and the space that you have and the time that you have.
Yeah. So, and yeah, we're not gonna hand plane body blanks.
No.
It might be fun. Never
No.
done it. No, but people, I just love.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, great. I'm gonna run it through the planer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get this done because that's not the fun part of this process.
Yeah.
So, but if I was building one guitar at a time and that was the only guitar I was gonna build that year,
Mm-hmm.
I might want to do all that kind of stuff. Doesn't mean I'm doing it wrong.
I wonder what. Here's another thing. Tell me how long you've been building guitars without telling me how long you've been building guitars. There's 10 identical guitars that I built just the other day. Not a picture of one guitar in 10 different places. There's 10 of them right over there. I'm really excited to show you guys.
Those guitars are all identical.
Yeah.
As identical as you can make 10 guitars.
And nothing on those guitars was done on the CNC machine. Not a thing. Not even the inlay. I mean, the inlay was made on it, but like the holes that the inlay piece went in were drilled by hand by me.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's the thing that I see a lot of guys like, hey, there's that guitar in a different setting. Is that the same guitar? Yep, that's the same one. How many of these guitars did you make? One. Yeah. And so if you have one guitar that's used in 10 or 25 different pictures, then you made one guitar and you took a bunch of pictures.
Yeah, so
which is fine, but
next Thursday there will be. Should be.
I haven't gotten the thing from Hipshot that says it's on the way. So let's not. Yeah. I don't want to make any promises we can't keep.
Of guitars behind me.
Okay. All right.
Depending on what day they show up.
Yeah.
I marched a bunch of stuff through. I did a bunch of pre-wiring. I have a bunch of parts ready to go. Frets are done. A bunch of them have tuners. They all have nuts. Ground wires.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them have strap buttons. They're moving on, baby.
Chris, tell me how long you've been building guitars without telling me how long you've been building guitars. How many people have you taught to do the process that you and I have created?
So
really,
what have we been doing? 4 years, 5 years?
I think we're on year 6 now.
Are we on year 6 now? Okay, yeah.
Because it was 2019 when we were.
Yeah, and I think we started doing because we did a class before we had the paint booth.
Yeah,
and we had the paint booth
at February,
the following February,
2020.
So and people keep coming back, which lets me know that I'm doing something right.
I am, more to the point. Here's the thing. I think we've taught over 100 people to build guitars using the process that we have created.
I think well over 100.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So,
yep.
Jay says that
100,000 people.
You're the king of nuts. Can you see his?
I can't see it.
Okay.
But king of nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Jay.
All right.
It's a lot to me.
Jay says you can bust one faster than anyone he's ever seen on YouTube.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what videos Jay's watching, but I don't think I'm on YouTube.
I can,
Yeah. Bust a nut. You ever seen that corn nut commercial?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. No, he's talking about the nut on a guitar. Thing on the end of the neck.
Why is so many parts of a guitar named after?
Yeah, I don't know why it's not
like that.
I don't know why it's not called the string
nut?
guide.
Yeah, the string breaky angly thing.
The string bone.
No. See.
Yeah.
The
string boner.
Yeah.
The tone boner.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. The break angle.
Mm-hmm.
Zero.
Yeah.
Thing.
That's the thing.
See, that makes total sense versus nut.
Yeah. So yeah, how many people? I think that we have been very, very successful in teaching people to build musical instruments.
Mm-hmm.
Whether they continue to do it the way that we have laid out or not, that's
well,
up to
them. In some ways, I kind of hope that, and we've talked about that in class. Just because you don't have a pin router doesn't mean you can't do this.
That's right. Absolutely.
Right? You just need to approach it a little bit different. And while you're doing this, be thinking about how, if you're going to do it at home, how you're going to do it at home.
Yeah.
And if you want to ask that question, because we didn't always have pin router.
That's true.
Seems like we did. And I remember when we got it, but we built some pretty good stuff before that too. So,
I've been making guitars so long that I've made over 2,000 videos about making guitars.
I saw
how many. Oh, the guy who asked that, by the way, had no videos, no channel content at all. And again, I don't know what he wanted. For all I know, he was just like interested. Hey, how long have you been doing this? I don't know.
Every piece of wood is different.
Yeah, that doesn't answer the. I still think I was talking to a robot. Dylan says
might help with a lot of situations.
It is a robot.
Obviously
yeah.
a robot.
Obviously, you're a robot. Dylan says, I built more pickups this week than I have made bona fides comments ever. Yeah, Dylan, you need to let us know your bona fides more on YouTube videos. Dan sent us a super chat and says, Matt, keep coming back. Got nothing better to do. I don't know what that means, Dan. Does that mean you're going to come back down for you got some free time now, and we're going to see you in the United States for a little bit? I hope that's true. I know that Dan has signed up for the Great American Guitar Buildoff. I hope that he will come down with his guitar, not just send it down. And I think that when you guys see or when you guys hear what craziness I have planned, you're going to be very excited you made plans to come to the Great American Guitar Buildoff.
You still haven't shared it with me.
I haven't, no.
So as far as I'm concerned, pizza party.
Pizza party is going to be there.
When you were like in elementary school, wasn't pizza party day like the best day?
Oh, I thought you were talking about my friend Pete. Pizza party.
That
yeah.
dude owes me money.
That's right.
For a pizza, which is weird.
Yeah, pizza party. It was a great day.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And here it was Godfather's Pizza, which I thought was really, really good.
I couldn't remember.
The rest of my family did not, but I really liked it.
Okay.
It was probably super cheesy and super chewy or something like that.
I have you ever had a tortizza?
I have made things like that. I've never had your tortizza.
I submit to you that the tortizza might be the Colorado pizza.
Okay.
Or it could be
a Colorado pizza.
I mean, we know that New York has a style. Chicago has a couple different styles, which I didn't know until I went there.
What separates a tortizza from another style of pizza?
I think the best part about it is it's infused with a Southwestern cooking staple, the tortilla.
Okay.
That is prevalent in Colorado, New Mexico.
I mean, of a way.
Yeah, I think that's how you do it. That's how you say, right? With the tortizza is the Colorado pizza, the official pizza of Colorado. Could be what no one's going to think that, but you know what I mean? It could be.
Well,
Doc says, is there a firm date yet for the Great American Guitar Buildoff? Actually, no, Doc. Part of the thing that I'm working on will be as soon as I know, you'll be the first day.
We'll get there here pretty quick.
Yeah,
and it's all within a probably 4-week window right now, which is getting narrowed down.
Yeah, it's gonna depend on a couple things.
I think June is the cutoff, right? We don't want it to go into quote unquote summer.
That's
I think
what
is June. Now it might be first weekend of June, but we don't want it to be July. We don't want people to work into the summer.
How about this? As soon as I know, you guys will be the next person that I tell.
Okay.
I mean, all of you guys, there'll be a video. It'll be a whole thing. So, yeah.
So one of the funny things, we've talked about this.
How about this? Make plans to come out. I realize it's hard to make plans when you don't know what day it is. But
Here in Colorado, snow can happen into May. Now it doesn't happen very often.
It is rare, but it does happen.
You don't want to make a bunch of March plans for a big event.
No.
So even though that might be the time to do it, if if you were someplace else like Arizona. But here, yeah, you don't necessarily want to do that. So then all of a sudden you have April, which also can be very, very snowy. And so mid-April to mid-May.
That seems like, yeah, you're in a territory that's slightly.
But then there's other things going on around then too.
Yeah.
So
Dan asks, I'd like to come down. Any chance of a good class happening the week before? No. It is absolutely not going to. Dan, okay, I can't spill the beans here right yet. But if everything works out the way I want it to work out, and I have every intention of imposing my will on this deal, there will not be time for me to do any kind of workshop the week before or after. There's going to be so much stuff that I have to do that a class is just completely out of the question.
But there will be other stuff other than just coming and competing in the Great Guitar Build-Off.
Pizza party. Casa Bonita. It's a whole thing. Yeah.
Red Rocks tour. When we were at lunch today, there was that guy that was from out of town, and his buddy was asking. Oh, he was trying to get the guy behind the counter to tell him or to back him up on where to take his buddy.
Oh, okay.
And they were talking about Red Rocks.
Okay.
So
yeah, there's lots of good stuff to do in Colorado.
Tons of stuff to do around that area.
Matt Meyer says Quad City style pizza. Okay, I was just talking with Joy about that the other day. Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that the stuff that is like sliced? I could be wrong. Sliced long ways, not square, but like more rectangle shape. And I think there's a place in East Moline that I know I've been to, but it's been when I was like 10 or 11 years old. So it's been over 40 years that I've been there, but I guess it's still a place. And I guess it's like one of the greatest things in the world. I don't know, Matt, if you know, let me know.
Don't you think that a good pizza is mostly determined by ingredients and preparation and how they make it? And if you use a bunch of cheap shit, you're going to end up with a cheap pizza.
Oh, premium ingredients are definitely a thing you want.
And a lot of places in this day and age have tried to skimp and save, and that's why their pizza sucks, or because of the prep, or because of the cooking, not because of the style of pizza. Because I like all styles of pizza. What I don't like is cheap pizza or bad pizza.
Yeah, some kind of dodgy pizza.
Prepared pizza. So and people get all wound up about this style and that style, and really, it's just that place sucks. They're not doing it right. It doesn't matter what pizza they're making; they just suck at making pizza.
Dan thinks that Dylan is the champ at belt sander racing. Dylan is not the champ at belt sander racing.
Maybe one doesn't have a belt sander.
Wasn't a belt sander. That's the biggest one.
Yeah. If it's a belt sander race and you bring an RC car,
there was some creative editing too. Like it was. Let me tell you. Inside on the what is this? It's not linoleum. It's on the probably asbestos tile.
It's not asbestos because it's the wrong size.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. That's like 10-inch tile, isn't it? When it's asbestos.
Asbestos is usually 13, which is a weird thing.
Oh, okay. Anyway, inside this, my belt sander positively trounced Dylan's RC car. Now, outside, it was a very different kettle of fish.
There was a lot more. The surface. If we were to prep the surface, maybe.
Yeah. We also do not conform to the belt sander drag race rules, which meant that there was an actual thing. Maybe it still is. There was like a trough that your belt sander would go down. We didn't do that, and if you crossed the line, you were DQ'd. So, yeah, you had to have your stuff all set up. Ben says Quad City style pizza include, Matt, in the crust, tomato sauce made with red chili flakes or cayenne pepper toppings placed under the cheese and being cut into strips instead of triangulars. Okay, cool. Bless you. Bless you.
I'm allergic to this pizza. Discussion.
Just talk of pizza. Gary says, can I send you a couple photos of the 67 Esquire front and back along with a photo of the original case? If so, how? Gary, please do use our website. I've been building guitars so long that I have a website about me building guitars.
Real website, not just Facebook.
That's right.
And Messenger.
That's right. So if you go to texastoastguitars.com, it'll pop up and you can send all kinds of stuff to me. Please do. I would love to see that.
Page.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Dan says now he doesn't know what to believe. He's been well, Dan, let me tell you, believe none of what you hear and only half of what you see. Right. So I've seen Tom Hanks shake hands with John Kennedy. Doesn't mean it happened, but I saw it. So yeah. Anyway. So, well, Chris, what do you think? How long, guys, did you let me know how long you've been building guitars without telling me how long you've been doing it? I know Jim Fitz says he knows that he said, you guys know exactly how long I've been building guitars. And Jim, if you are still watching and if you don't come to the Great American Guitar Build-Off, I'm going to be bitterly disappointed.
How about I'm going to start building guitars as soon as my CNC machine shows up.
As soon as I get a CNC machine. Yeah. I guess that's a thing. I don't know.
That means you haven't been building guitars at all.
No, that means nothing. Dan says reveal ? I know, Dan, there will not be a reveal tomorrow. Not because we don't love you, but because there's a lot of stuff that we're waiting on.
Nothing's finished.
Yeah, that's right. And Doug says that was Johnson, not Kennedy. Doug, watch it again. He goes to the White House to meet. He meets Nixon, and he meets Kennedy, and he says to President Kennedy, "I have to go pee," and
then he shows Johnson his butt. Right.
That's right. He did go to the White House again.
Well, I'd kind of like to see that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And he shows Johnson his butt. Okay, you're right. You're right. And when you're right, you're right.
Well,
Yep.
So Forrest Gump came out the same year as Sling Blade.
Mm-hmm.
Sling Blade's the better film.
Okay.
Just saying. A lot of similarities, a lot of differences.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Sling Blade's the better film. I love Forrest Gump though.
I think that's one of those Wyatt Earp is better or not as good as Tombstone. Or there was some very similar films that come out and people like the one they like. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never really thought about Forrest Gump versus Sling Blade. That's a good one.
They were both up for some awards that year, and Forrest Gump
It did. Yeah.
Sling Blade got like best haircut or something like that for John Ritter.
Did you ever see that? That I guess they went to there was a barber shop in wherever they filmed Sling Blade on a shoestring budget, by the way.
Yeah.
And
I've heard the story.
And it was like pick it off the wall haircut joint.
That he ended up with that haircut.
Yeah.
So moral of the story: don't do a movie with Billy Bob Thornton and expect to come out unscathed.
Maybe not. Yeah. Doc says Forrest Gump versus Sling Blade is like Strat versus Hell. Yeah. How much ink has been spilled? 9mm versus 45 on those. Yeah. Dan says Sling Blade, Tombstone. I think those are the ones he likes.
Those are the ones he likes. Yeah.
I'm
going to agree with that.
All of the above,
like all of those things. And if greater than, worse than, it's
hard to say.
It's a tight,
isn't it? Yeah.
It's a tight race.
Yeah.
So I'll watch. They're all so different. Sling Blade versus Forrest Gump. There's really only one similarity.
That's right. Neither one of them has C. Thomas Howell
in the South.
Oh, okay. Yeah, mine was way off. Yeah.
Neither one of them has C. Thomas. Yeah.
You saw Garage Sale Bimbos, but you didn't see Red Dawn. All right, gang. We are going to call it a night here, and I urge you to go over and hang out with my good friend Dylan over at Dylan Talks Tone.
He can't be our good friend Dylan?
Because I'm talking. You're okay. I urge you we urge you to go over and see our good friend. Dylan is a good friend to both Chris and myself. For those of you who were questioning my my phraseology,
said, I urge you to go over and hang out with our good friend Dylan.
Coulda but didn't. So I apologize. Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be a deal, but
it's not really a deal.
Okay. Anyway, I urge you to go over and hang out with Dylan at Dylan Talks Tone, and who is Chris's friend evidently, and yeah, and I don't know what Dylan is going to be talking about tonight, but I know he's always talking about something fun, and I know that you guys tune in and have a good time. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, guys. Get your entries in. All you have to do is sign up. You don't have to pay anything yet. Sign up for the Great American Guitar Build-Off. We're going to be talking more about that in the coming weeks, especially when we've got some tellies to show off besides these, just raw chunks of lumber and neck blanks. So until then, we will hope that you guys have a great week, and see you Sunday for some kind of thing. Have a good night, everybody.